Coach Louis, and I have a very interesting topic for you on today's presentation: building muscle on a fat loss phase. When I talk to people in the fitness journey, in their fitness journeys or in the fitness space, a lot of them are trying to achieve one thing: build muscle and burn fat at the same time. So is it possible? Well, during a fat loss phase, you're in a negative calorie balance, a calorie deficit, which means you're burning more calories than you consume. Sorry about the typo. While in a muscle building phase, you're actually in a positive calorie balance or a calorie surplus, consuming more calories than you burn. You will notice that putting fat on your body is going to be fairly easy. You can pack on fat quick if you start to slack on your workouts and your diet, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience and a lot of hard work, but most importantly, a lot of consistency to build just the slightest amount of muscle to make a difference in how you look. So two totally different things, okay? One thing that I do want to mention is that no, you cannot spot reduce fat. You may notice that people say, oh, just with a lot of crunches, you can just burn the belly fat. It doesn't work that way. But also, you cannot turn fat into muscle. Yeah, you may have 20, 30, 40 pounds of muscle on your body, but you cannot just transform those into muscle. Okay, you can use that fat as fuel to build muscle, but you can't turn one thing into another. Think about your body being like a toilet paper. Okay, when you're dieting, you're creating a catabolic environment, which means you're breaking down. All right, so that happens through the calorie deficit, through the energy output of your exercises, your workouts, your cardio, which in turn represents the weight loss. All right, so you have your toilet paper, and as you're dieting down, you're taking off those layers, you're taking off those layers, right? Your body is using the fat on your body as you're dieting down. So if you're not doing things properly, if you're not consuming enough protein, if you're not training hard, you actually have the risk of breaking down muscle tissue. So just because you're losing weight does not mean it's a good thing. Okay, you want to do it slowly and efficiently. Next, so how do you prevent this from happening? How do you maximize muscle growth and muscle preservation while you're dieting? Well, you practice resistance training. You get those workouts done, you train hard, you eat adequate amount of protein. You follow your diet, you're hitting your numbers, you're making good progress, right? Through a small calorie deficit. But most importantly, through patience. Okay? It's important to say that extreme measures are going to result in extreme disappointments. So please, before you even try anything crazy, just know what you're putting yourself into before you even regret it. Next, building muscle while losing fat is actually possible, but it is very rare. And it often happens in beginners, they call it the newbie gains, overweight people, former lifters who are just getting back into lifting after a long break, or enhanced athletes. Now, this is just a theory of mine, but I believe that experience, quote unquote experience, so your typical gym rats, who are actually learning how to lift properly, how to train properly, are going to experience something similar as well. It may not be as big as, the ones I just mentioned, but they'll notice some good changes happening. If muscle growth is occurring while you're losing weight, the weight you're losing is actually coming from fat mass. All right? So, if you just barely notice any changes on the body weight, the scale is not really moving up or down, it's like staying pretty consistent, but you're noticing changes over a long period of time on how your body is looking, you're going through something that's called body recomposition. Okay? This is very rare on people with just low body fat percentages or with more training experience, because it's your body adapting or reacting to the form of training and the diet that you're on. Okay? You'll notice very minimal changes on the body weight, but you'll notice a lot of changes on how your body is looking, but also your clothes, how you feel, things like that. So to summarize, yes, it is possible to build muscle while dieting. It is going to depend on a lot of things: your work ethic, your consistency, your dedication, your discipline. But if you want to maximize fat loss or maximize muscle growth, you need to focus on one at a time. You need to stop trying to chase two rabbits at once, because chasing two can most likely lead you to catch none. Sorry about that. Right? It is very important to be focused on one goal. I'm not saying it's not possible to build muscle during the fat loss phase. It's just a perk. Okay, you're losing fat, and if you're building muscle at the same time, that's a perk. But focus on one goal at a time so that you can actually crush whatever's in front of you rather than being distracted by many different things. Okay? And as always, watch, learn, and apply.